Property Preservation Commissioner, regular meeting, April 29, 2025. Can I have a call to order? Oh. Okay, can I have a miss to lead the Pledge of Allegiance?
Would everyone
Everybody, please.
please rise if you're able? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Ferrer? Commissioner Robles? Commissioner Spitzer? Commissioner Westfall?
Here.
Vice Chair Choksi?
Here.
It would be appropriate now to elect a chair and vice chair or call for nominations for a chair.
I'd like to nominate J.C. Choksi for Chair of Property Preservation Commission.
Can we have a second, please?
Second.
And I would like to nominate.
No, that's separate. Do this first. She'll do roll call.
Are there any other nominations for chair? I see none. Thank you. Five zero, the motion passes.
Congratulations, Chair Chachi. At this time, it'd be appropriate to call for a recommendation for the vice chair.
I would like to recommend it, Mrs. Splitzer for the vice chair. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
The digital system is failing us. I will make a roll call vote verbally. One moment, please. Okay.
We can see that.
Commissioner Ferrer?
Yes.
Commissioner Robles?
Yes.
Commissioner Westfall?
Yes.
Vice Chair Choksi, or I should say Chair Choksi.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. 4-0, the motion passes.
You
Did you
didn't,
vote for yourself? Okay.
didn't call on me.
I apologize for that.
I'm
It's your job to call.
Yes.
Commissioner Spitzer.
Yes.
5-0, the motion passes. Thank you.
So annual is done, right?
Right. Do you want us to change chairs now or what? Don't.
The next meeting will be fine.
Thank you, Chair Chachi. And as mentioned, we're off mic here for a moment. It takes about 5 minutes to reassign the names and chair and vice chair. So because this is a short presentation night with only several cases, we'll make sure that occurs for our next meeting.
Absolutely. Now like to open for the public comments. Anybody here? I don't see anybody. Would like to close the public comment. Can I have a approval of the minute, please?
I think at this time it'd be appropriate to have a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Oh, can I have a motion for the consent calendar, please?
So moved.
I second.
Now it's working.
5-0, the motion passes.
I would like to have a approval of the minutes, please. Oh, that's. Mr. Darrell, do you have anything?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, before we begin, I'd like to present a small or short PowerPoint here. If you can direct your attention to the screen, and those at home have an opportunity to view it as well. Let's see here. Before you is a picture of a Cerritos home that is in good order. We use this as an example of homes that we like to point out that are in compliance. As you can see on the left, you have a gate that's screened so you can't see in the side yard. The front parkway is very green along with the grass. Trees are trimmed, bushes are trimmed. This is a excellent example of a Cerritos home. It's well maintained. Here again, you have another example of a home that's well maintained. The parkway is green, the grass is green. The landscape is well maintained. On the left side of the screen there, you see a small green strip of grass. For those who may not be familiar, you're required to keep at least 3 feet from the property line in live organic material, grass, vegetation of some sort. So there's not just a continual pour of concrete all the way across. This house is an example of that. Those are both excellent examples of the pride of ownership here in Cerritos. The cases that you will be reviewing tonight, this is one of them. So when we talk about lack of adequate ground cover, this is what we're referring to. Here you see the parkway. It's concrete and rocks. There is no live vegetation there. That's a requirement of the homeowners to have live vegetation in the parkway. And part of that is because many of these parkways have city trees in there. And so when you water your parkway, you water the tree. And if you don't water the parkway, then the trees often die and or the roots come to the surface looking for water. And that's when you're going to get exaggerated lifts in the sidewalk, damage to the curbs, lifts in the street, and that's why that's required. The center picture there, you see there's a lack of adequate ground cover. Even though there's some vegetation, it's insufficient for the size of the lot there. And of course, the photo on the right is pretty barren for the property there as well. So that's what we'll be discussing tonight. Another case we'll be looking at here is lack of landscape maintenance. Here you see a front yard that is underwatered and is in disrepair, if you would. And that will also be a case we'll be discussing tonight. So with that, in my PowerPoint presentation, and we are ready to proceed with the agenda items whenever you're ready.
All right. Case number 7A. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including a lack of adequate ground cover as defined in the Cerritos Municipal Code, Chapter 6.20, exists at the property located at the 19,000 block of Ellingham Avenue, Cerritos. May I have a report, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair, that case will be presented to you by Officer Artema. Kim?
Chair and members of the Commission, on August 16th of 2024, staff inspected the subject property, observing most of the vegetation removed from both front yards and the front parkway. The same day, a notification was left at the property providing 21 days to plant grass or submit a landscape plan for approval, or contact staff with a time frame to abate the issue. On August 21st of 2024, staff received a call from the property owner saying that she had her gardener remove all of the bushes because they were attracting bees, and that she planned to plant grass, but her gardener wanted to make sure that nothing grew back in the areas first and then plant in the fall when the weather was cooler. An inspection on November 5th, 2024 revealed no compliance or progress. An inspection on December 3rd, 2024 revealed no compliance or progress, and the front dirt area is filled with holiday inflatable decorations. On January 8th of 2025, an inspection revealed the holiday decorations removed, however, no progress or compliance on the ground cover violation. From January 14th, 2025 through April 7th of 2025, 3 more notifications were mailed with no progress or compliance and no further contact from the property owner. On April 15th, the property was posted for public hearing, and the same day the property owner contacted staff who explained the codes requiring ground cover on the front yards and parkways. On April 21st, I contacted the property owner who stated that she was now planning to install sprinklers and then plant grass sometime next year. I explained that this would be too long to have the yard sit with just dirt that could fly into neighboring yards on windy days. She said she plans to talk to her gardener and just seed the areas. An inspection of the property today revealed no progress or compliance. Staff does recommend a resolution be adopted on this property to ensure compliance. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Can I have any comments from the commissioners? Now I'd like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair, before you is resolution number PPC 2025-19, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 19,000 block of Allingham Avenue, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, and setting forth a 30-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Like to move forward, 7B. Oh, I'm sorry. Voting.
5-0, the motion passes.
Thank you. 7B. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commissioner. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including the lack of landscape maintenance and the lack of the adequate ground cover as defined in the Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exists at the property located at the 12,700 block of Eclair Street, Cerritos. May I have a staff report, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair, that case will be presented to you by Officer Brian Lane. Brian?
Chair and members of the Commission. On August 2nd, 2024, staff inspected a property in the 12700 block of Eclair Street, observing a lack of landscape maintenance and a lack of ground cover on the front yard and the parkways. On the same date, a notification was left at the property providing 7 days to provide landscape maintenance and 21 days for ground cover. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violations. Inspections in August and September 2024 revealed the landscape maintenance improved. An inspection on November 20th, 2024 revealed weeds and a lack of landscape maintenance, and a second notification was mailed on November 21st, 2024. An inspection on December 11th, 2024 revealed progress in the landscape maintenance. Inspections between January 29th, 2025 and April 8th, 2025 revealed a lack of landscape maintenance and a lack of ground cover. 2 additional notifications were mailed. On April 15th, 2025, the property was posted for PPC. Staff did speak to the residents today prior to the meeting outside, and they advised they were going to work on the ground cover issues, and staff advised them of the PPC process. An inspection today revealed the landscape maintenance improved. However, there was still a lack of ground cover on the front yard and the parkways. Staff recommendation on this property is to adopt a resolution to ensure compliance. This completes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from the commissioners? I would like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Can I have a staff recommendation, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2025-20, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 12,700 block of Eclair Street, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, and setting forth a 21-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Can I have a motion, please?
I motion.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Five zero, the motion passes.
Now I would like to move to the 7C. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commissioner. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including a lack of landscape maintenance and the lack of adequate ground cover as defined in the Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at the 16,300 block of Flatpeck Lane, Cerritos. Can I have a staff report, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. That report will also be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Chair and members of the commission, on August 27, 2024, staff inspected a property in the 16300 block of Flat Peak Lane, observing weeds and a lack of landscape maintenance. On the same date, a notification was left at the property providing 7 days to abate the violation. On the same date, a complaint was received regarding a lack of landscape maintenance at the property. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violation. An inspection on September 17, 2024 revealed no compliance with the additional observation of a lack of ground cover. A second notification was mailed. On October 9, 2024, staff received a voicemail from the resident who stated they spoke to community development regarding artificial turf and requested an extension. Staff returned the call the following day, however, there was a recording that the caller was unavailable and staff was not able to leave a voicemail. Inspections between October 22nd, 2024 and December 10th, 2024 revealed the landscape maintenance improved, however, the ground cover issues remained. Inspections between January 14th, 2025 and April 8th, 2025 revealed no compliance and no approved landscape plan on file. 2 additional notifications were mailed. On April 15th, 2025, the property was posted for PPC. An inspection day revealed the landscape maintenance improved, however, the ground cover issues remained and all the vegetation in the planter had been removed. Staff recommendation on this property is to adopt a resolution to ensure compliance. This completes my report and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from the commissioners, please?
I checked this early Sunday afternoon, and it was very bare, no plants in the side planter, and no greenery along the side wall. It's a corner property, so I thought it was in very poor shape.
Would like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2025-21, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 16,300 block of Flat Peak Lane, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 21-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any report from the staff? Oh, of course.
Five zero, the motion passes.
I think so. That's conclude our today's meeting. Report from the That's a report from the staff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Just a couple comments. First of all, I'd like to welcome our new commissioners here, Commissioner Ferrer, Robles, and Westfall. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time to volunteer to serve your community, and so we appreciate that. Also want to let you and the folks who might be listening at home, the Sheriff's Department has their annual car show this Saturday morning. So if the weather permits and you have time, I encourage you to come by the Cerritos Sheriff Station for a car show. That's all I have for you.
Thank you. Any reports from the commissioners?
I also wanted to welcome our 3 new commissioners. And if you have any questions, obviously feel free to ask JC or me. We've been around for a while. And this was lucked out, a really short meeting. Usually we're done within an hour. It's very rare that we go past an hour, mostly like a half an hour. I think our last 2 meetings, we had 7 cases at each one of those. So this is pretty short. Okay, welcome.
Definitely. We would like to welcome. We are the seniors over here in the commissioner, but we would like to all three of you, and we will enjoy. I would like to call the agenda meeting. How did I do?